So the Washington Commanders are in a very weird situation right now, and I really want to get your opinion on it. Let's talk about it.
Shout out to Juan Gotti talking sports. You know what it is.
Shout out Wall Gotti talking sports.
Before we get any further into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. If you're trying to go to a game, concert, or any live event, SeatGeek is the place to go. I actually got my tickets for week 1 against the New York Giants using SeatGeek, and honestly, I use it for all my event purchases. What I love about SeatGeek is how simple it is to find the best deals. They rate every seat on a scale from green to red. Green means you're getting a great deal, red means it's a little overpriced. That way you know you're buying with confidence and getting your money's worth. Plus, they even offer protection ticket plans so you don't have to worry about your tickets getting lost or stolen. And the best part about it all is they're hooking y'all up with the code. Use Juan Gotti at checkout and you'll get 10% off your first purchase. Again, use code Juan Gotti at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase.
So tomorrow, as we know, the Washington Commanders are set to square off against the Miami Dolphins in Madrid in an international game in which, before the season started, this was supposed to be a massive game for the Washington Commanders. This was supposed to be a massive game for the NFL as they were set to broaden the product to another country. And as we got to present day, it has looked at as a game that no one is looking forward to. I mean, you got 2 3-7 teams in which both teams' seasons are looking to go up in smoke or have already went up in smoke for a multitude of reasons. Clearly for the Washington Commanders, though, it is a big reason, or a big reason to that is due to injuries. Now, that's not the only reason. But I came on here to say Washington is in a very weird space because on one hand, the season's done, in my opinion, in terms of us making a run at this thing. But at the same time, the organization is not moving in such manner. Again, I have to remind you that we are 3-7. Although us fans know probably what's best for this organization, and that's probably to not tank, but lose as many games as possible. Due to the fact that it would basically grant us a chance at drafting a game changer, one of these top players out of this coming draft. But the organization isn't moving in such a manner, even so much so that they are planning on bringing back quite a few players after this bye week. Now, of course, you have to handle business tomorrow if you are a part of that section of the fan base that wants this team to still be competitive, which I haven't came across many fans that still believe in this team this year. And what I would say to that is you're not wrong necessarily. But at the same time, what we have to understand, at least for this season, is that we're not a bad football team, like in terms of a typical 3-7 team. Right? Before this season started, nobody expected Washington to have this much of a fall off. But when you put things into their proper perspective, we're 3-7, and you can list off as many reasons as possible, and none bigger than the injuries. You can't sit up here and tell me that you truly believe this is a 3-7 team with a healthy Jaden Daniels, with a healthy Terry McLaurin, with a healthy Noah Brown, with a healthy Deebo Samuel, with a healthy Will Hurst, with a healthy Dorrance Armstrong. Should I continue? This team, healthy, is a team that I feel like is competitive. And the reason I bring that up is because I think that's the mindset that this organization is in. So I am sorry to the fans that want this team to bottom out and tank and get a top 3 pick, because it's probably not going to happen if we beat Miami. Now, that's a huge if, because, again, there's no guarantee that we win tomorrow. But if we find a way to win tomorrow, this team is going all in after the bye week. to get that signature win that they have been searching for all season long against a team like Denver, who's really good right now, and it's going to be on prime time at home, and it's going to be your second time wearing the white uniform or the throwback uniforms. That's where this team is at. And you're probably like, well, Juan, that's not the best for this team long term. And I get that. You know what I mean? I'm not opposed to believing that at all. But I'll be wrong if I didn't sit up here and say, hey, in the back of my head, I would love for this team to turn around this season. Now, I know better, right? I know the reality. Reality is this team ain't going nowhere. The reality is that this team is not a playoff team at this current state. And it probably is better for us to draft the team. But how can you really sit up here and get me to root against my team to lose? I can't. I know what's best for us long term. I do. But until we're mathematically eliminated, this organization ain't going to try to turn things. You're going to stop trying to turn things around. So as bad as I don't want them to play Jaden Daniels, as much as I feel like Jaden Daniels playing is really, I don't want to say forced, but it's scary because he's already sustained 3 injuries this year. But if you give me Jaden Daniels with the rest of the crew as well, like now I feel different. Now I feel like the team that I should be seeing since week 1. Again, we're 3-7. This is an anomaly of a year, though. We're not a typical bad team like a Cleveland Brown team or, a Las Vegas Raider team or a Tennessee Titan team, and you look up and say they're 3-7 right now. Oh, that's to be expected. And that might be expected the year after that. They have no direction that gives you hope. This team has a quarterback that's one of the best in the league. And the reason why this season has gone down the drain that it has been due to coaching malpractice, players not being put in right positions, players not making plays, and nothing bigger than injuries, man. So again, this is just, it happened. It's a 2025 season that you can't control, and it sucks. But at the same time, where are you at? I know majority of you are on the bandwagon of, man, I want to lose the rest of the season, give me a top draft pick, and let's try in 2026. And although I'm right there with you, like I know that's best for this team, how would you then feel if this team won tomorrow and then they tried to go on a late season push? Then are you going to sit there and be frustrated and mad that the team is finding ways to win? You don't know what can happen. Now, I'm not here telling you that is going to happen. I'm not here trying to push on to you a narrative that, hey, you should root for the team because they can turn this. I'm not doing that at all because, truth be told, tomorrow and for the rest of the season until things change and we get real chances at momentum of turning this thing around and I could see a potential in the hunt, you know what I mean? Until that comes, I'm watching these games with no emotion attached. So I'm neutral. I'm not on no side. I'll tell you that right now. If we go out there and lose tomorrow, okay, cool. We're right on schedule for potentially getting the top draft pick, and at that point, hey, let's do it. Let's continue to lose. But if we win tomorrow, not that I'm necessarily going to start looking at things like, oh, we can make a late playoff push, but I'm not going to be upset that we won. You never can get me to be upset that we won. Now, had this been a year in which we needed a quarterback, now we're talking a different kind of game. Like in 2019, where we had a chance to, fall to 0-6, and then Miami played Miami again, right? And we beat them, so we lost the chance to get Joe Burrow, right? And another year, was it the Giants year, I want to say? Or was that the same year? That might have been when Daniel Jones, they beat us was that 2019? I can't remember the exact year, but I know we had another year in which we had to play the Giants for a better draft position and whatnot. So if this was a year in which we needed a QB1, I would probably be talking different. Like, oh no, we need to get the highest draft pick possible. But we already have our franchise guy. And don't get me wrong. A game changing wide receiver at 5, at 6, at 7, that would be great. That would definitely be great. But hey, I'm just saying, that's why the title of this video is we're in a very weird situation. Because I feel like regardless of what happens tomorrow, many fans aren't going to be happy. Me, I'm in the middle. I'm fine with whatever happens tomorrow. I have no emotional attachment at this current moment in terms of living and dying on each and every play. But have you thought about the possibility of this team running the table? Now, again, I'm not trying to endure that on you. And I'm not trying to get you all riled up to believe that that is going to happen, because I don't know if it's going to happen. Now, again, if you're giving me Jaden, if you're giving me Terry, if you're giving me Noah Beasley, if you're giving me Will Hurst, and Drake Jackson even, right? Like, if you're giving me some of these guys back, and Dan Quinn now calling the plays, we'll see how different, if at all, is this defense going to be tomorrow with DQ calling the defensive plays now. We'll see. But it's interesting. We're in a very weird situation, because I think tomorrow's a lose-lose situation, if I'm being honest. If we win, fans going to be pissed. Oh, well, we just won a game. We're 4-7. And then we're never not going to be able to draft a top player. And then if we lose, fans are going to be happy that we lost, but then also frustrated that the season continues to go down in fire. You know what I mean? So that's where I ask you, where are you at tomorrow with the opportunity lied out in front of you to continue to go on a horrible losing season and stay on track to draft one of these top players in this upcoming draft? Or how would you feel if this is the start of potentially going on a run? You win this game tomorrow, you go into the bye week 4-7, and you get quite a bit of players back, and you got a tough Denver team coming up after the bye week. But let's say somehow you find a way to get past Denver. Now you're looking up at 5-6, and then after that, I can't remember who's after that, but I want to say it's Minnesota. I could be wrong, but I want to say it's Minnesota. Like, again, I'm just saying, man, like, part of me wants that top pick, but also part of me wants to see my team fully back healthy, at least to an extent. At least give me 5 and Terry. 5 Terry, Debo, and we can rock and roll. And I just want to see it, you know? Again, it sounds hypocritical, I know, because I want to protect it and keep 5 healthy, but that's when he's out there playing with Chosen Anderson and Chris Moore and a bunch of randoms. But if you're giving me the guys he was supposed to have from day one, oh man, I think we have a chance to see what we should have been seeing from the season's go. Now, again, I don't necessarily know if that catapults into a playoff berth. Now, I know it will probably turn into more competitive games. I can't guarantee victories, especially with the team where we're at right now. It can mean nothing. You can get all these guys back and still get killed by Denver coming out of the bye week. Now, we've seen Denver play. And again, I'm not trying to shit on Denver. I know they're a really, really good team, but they're not a team that scares you. You know what I mean? They're not a team that has this lethal offense. They have a really good defense, but I don't think Patrick Surtain is going to be back. Now, I know they got Nick Benito and all those guys, Tyler Noah, Hufanga, and Rob. Like, they have a really good unit. But again, I'm just putting it out there. We're in a weird spot, ladies and gentlemen. So where do you lie? And maybe we'll have a better answer for that tomorrow on the post-game show. After we conclude this game, I will be live for it in the morning. But after conclusion of it, we'll probably have a better understanding of where we're at. Me, again, I'm in the middle. I'm watching that game, feet kicked up, and have no emotional attachment to it, because regardless of what happened tomorrow, I feel like I win. My team win, cool. Now I'm starting to think, hey, maybe we can't do something. You know? And then if we lose, it's like, hey, we're right back on track. We're right on track to continue to get this top draft pick. So let me know what you guys think about this video down below in the comment section. As always, Big Boy One, got it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit to watch the Commanders. I'll catch y'all tomorrow morning. Peace.
Never gave a ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.